So welcome to what is going to be a very short practice today. We're just going to look at lengthening through the side body, doing some twisting, just gently opening up the body in all different ways. So it would be a good morning practice, I would say, for this one. Good wake-up call. Okay, so just come easy cross-legged. Soften your shoulders down your back. Let the crown of the head reach up, and then gently close your eyes. Breathe in through the nose, and then we're going to sigh the breath out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhaling. And then breath back in and out through the nose. You know Ujjayi, just constricting the base of the throat. And an energizing, kind of waking up kind of breath. Two more. Then just gently take your chin down towards your chest. You can float open the eyes, but just have a couple of breaths here with the chin in towards the chest. Just lengthen through the back of the neck, top of the shoulders. Roll your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Chin back in towards the chest, and then right ear over to right shoulder. And then bring the chin back in towards the chest, and as you inhale, raise the gaze. So taking your right hand down alongside you. And you inhale, but extend the left arm out, and then draw it up in front of you and over your head. You want to take a few of those, extend it back, open through the chest, and then bring it forward. So just finding some movement through the shoulder, and just lengthening through into your side body. We'll take one more. And then taking the left hand down, we'll do the same on the other side. So extend out your right arm, reach it up overhead. Try and keep both sitting bones grounded down on your mat. Just feeling into your body, stretching out, opening. And then release both hands back down. Bring yourself onto all fours. And let's find our way back into a child's pose. Keep your hands out in front of you. Lengthen your tailbone out behind you. Couple of breaths here. And then as you inhale, bring it back up onto all fours. Keep your hands slightly out in front of you, so you don't want your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. And then just start to circle. Just gently draw in the lower abdomen, find some support for the spine. We'll take this in both directions. And then coming back through to centre, bring the hands back so now the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Thread your right arm through underneath your left and bring your right shoulder and temple down onto the mat. Left hand to your lower back, or perhaps it tucks into the top of the right thigh. If your shoulder and head don't come to the floor, pop something underneath them for support. You don't be kind of be hanging around in midair. Couple of breaths. And then bring the left hand down. Inhale to come up onto all fours. We'll do the other side. Left arm threads through. Left shoulder and temple come down. Right hand to the lower back. We'll tuck it into the top of the left thigh. One more breath. And then bring your right hand back down onto the mat. Inhale to come up onto your hands. And then creep your hands out in front of you. Keep your hips stacked over your knees and finding your way into Anahatasana. So forehead down onto the mat. Arms creep out in front of you. So you want to keep your arms shoulder width apart if you can. Again, just gently drawing the lower abdomen, find some support for the spine. Heart melts down, one more breath. And then inhale, we'll come back up onto the hands, tuck the toes, and start to walk the hands in towards you. So if you want to keep some weight in the hands, then do. If you're happy to take all the weight through into the feet, and just tuck your toes underneath, and just roll back through the shoulders. And then bring it forwards. And reach your arms out to the sides. Bring your right arm on top as you bring the arms in front of you. Either backs of the hands together. If you can, palms together. Squeeze in the forearms, elbows forwards and up. Just a breath. Release it out. Other side. Left elbow on top. Palms together if you can, if not backs of the hands, or even hold on to opposite shoulders. Elbows forwards and up. Squeeze the forearms in towards each other. And then exhale. Just release out the arms. Come down onto your mat. Untuck the toes. Just have the tops of your feet on your mat. I don't know where my words are going. And then just come through into a kneeling position. We'll just do a little bit of work on the arms here. So take your left arm up alongside your ear, bend the elbow, drop the hand between your shoulders. Take your right hand to the left elbow and just draw the left elbow back behind your head. Now if you can take your right arm behind you and see if you can hold on to opposite fingers, but if you can't, just stay with the right hand on the left elbow. We'll release that out and come through to the other side. Reach the right arm up. Bend the elbow, drop the hand between the shoulders. Left hand to right elbow. Draw the right elbow back. And you have the option to maintain that or take the left hand behind you and see if you can hold on to your right fingers. And then release that out. Give your wrists a little bit of a shake. Bring your hands down to the mat and we'll tuck the toes and find our way to downward facing dog. So if you are doing this first thing in the morning, there's a good likelihood that you're feeling really stiff. So just pad out the feet, find some movement. Keep the knees as bent as you need them to be. Let the head just drop down, gaze gently at the back edge of your mat. And then as you inhale, step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So you can drop down onto your left knee if you wish, or you can keep it lifted. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Expand, open. And then we'll bring the right hand down. Couple of breaths there. Just try to square the hips forwards, reach up through the crown of the head, draw the heart forwards. And then step it back, downwards facing dog. Okay, other side. Left foot to the outside of the left hand. Reach your left arm up. Again, you can drop the right knee down onto the mat if you wish. Bring the left hand down onto the mat. Square the hips forwards as much as you can. Heart draws forwards, reach up through the crown of the head. Press gently up through the right thigh, the knee is lifted. And then step it back, down facing dog. So start to walk your hands in towards your feet. Just have a few breaths here in your forward bend. So you can hold on to your shins, you can take the hands to the floor, you can bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight. A couple of breaths. Then you can give the head a little bit of a shake. And then soften the knees, and as you inhale, come all the way through to upright. Just roll the shoulders back a couple of times. And then come through to the front of your mat. Have your feet hip width apart. As you inhale, reach the arms up alongside the ears. Hold on to the left wrist with the right hand. Lengthen there, and as you exhale, tip over to your right. Keep both feet grounded. Inhale, come back through to centre. Hold on to your right wrist with your left hand, lengthen, and then over to the left. And then inhale, come back through to centre, lengthen up, and as you exhale, swan dive forward. So bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, look up, find your halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back behind you. Make sure there's hip width between both feet. You don't want your right foot directly behind your left. And then as you inhale, come up into a high lunge. So if you can, take your gaze up, do, but if that's wobbly or not good for your head and your neck, just keep looking forwards or down. Keep soft through the shoulders. One more breath. And then bring the hands in through to the heart centre. As you inhale, draw the right leg up in front of you. And as you exhale, place the foot back down on your mat. Feet hip width. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back. Again, make sure you've got hips width between your feet. Inhale, come up into a high lunge. So if you can, straighten the back leg, do. If you can deepen the bend in your right knee, do. But keep your right knee stacked over your ankle. Take one more breath. And then left leg comes forwards. Reach up through the crown. And gently take your left foot back down onto your mat. Heel toe your feet together. Hands at the heart centre. Lengthen as you inhale. As you exhale, sink the hips. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Keep the hips square. So keep your left hip drawing back. You can look down and you can look up and beyond your right elbow. Just a couple of breaths. Squeeze the legs in towards the midline. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bow hands back to the heart. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Draw the right hip back. You can look up and beyond your left elbow if that works. And then take both hands down either side of your feet and step back into plank. So nice and gently lower yourself all the way to the floor. Bring your hands or your elbows underneath your shoulders, press into the forearms, reach up through the crown of the head. And then just draw your left knee forward. So your left knee is pretty much in line with your left hip. Try not to drop into the shoulders, keep long in the body. And then straighten out that left leg, do the same with the right. Keep connected to breath. And then take your right leg back out behind you. And as you inhale, come up onto your hands, tuck your toes, downwards facing dog. So just take a breath in your down dog. And then as you inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, drop down onto your left knee. Swing your left foot out behind you and bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. You extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. Now if this is too much to have your right hand to the floor, you can always bring your right forearm onto your thigh instead, or you can use a block or a brick. So alternatives if this is a bit strong for you. And then take your left arm out over your left ear. Just lengthen there through the side body. One more breath. We'll bring that left hand back down. Take your left foot back out behind you, tuck the toes, step back down, facing dog. We'll do the other side. Inhale, left foot steps forwards, drop down onto your right knee. Swing your right foot out behind you, left hand to the floor to the inside of that left leg, extend your right arm up. Open through the chest, the shoulders. There is the option to draw the right arm forwards over the ear if you wish. You can always use blocks or bricks here. If you don't want to take the left hand to the floor, you can always take your left hand onto something so you don't come down so far, or even take the left forearm to the thigh. And then bring that right hand back down. Let's pivot the right foot back behind us, step it up, downwards facing dog. Connecting to breath as you inhale, step or jump through to seated and lie yourself back down onto your hands. Bending the legs, feet hip width apart. Press into the feet, inhale, lift up for just one bridge pose here. Open up through the hip flexors. Let's take one more breath. And then gently lower your spine back down onto your mats. Let everything come back into neutral. Once it has, soles of the feet together, let your knees drop open. Maybe take the arms up overhead, a couple of breaths. Take your hands behind your thighs, pull your knees in towards each other and then in towards your chest. Little rock from side to side. And then straighten out your legs for your relaxation. Now if you're doing this first thing in the morning, there might be a sense that you need to get up and off doing whatever you need to do. But see if you can take at least a minute here. It was only a short practice, you don't need too long, but at least a minute. And if you have longer, if you can spare longer, then stay longer. I hope you enjoyed your practice. See you next time. Namaste.